And to learn more about Oregon's stance on the possible deployment of troops, we're bringing in Oregon Attorney General Dan Rayfield. Attorney General, thank you so much for joining us on this tonight. What is your message to President Trump after his call to deploy troops to Portland and, quote, authorizing full force if necessary to handle what he is calling domestic terrorists?
Well, look, I think the one thing for everybody to realize is that whether you're Democrat or Republican, I think it's important that we all share the goal of increased public safety in our communities. Using the military, the United States military, against its own citizen is un-American, and you got to meet certain criteria to be able to do so, pretty extreme criteria, to be able to be authorized as a president to do that. You got to be able to show that there's an invasion. Well, from those own videos you showed, there's no invasion in Portland. You got to show that there's a rebellion. Clearly not a rebellion going on in Portland, and haven't had one. Or you got to be able to show that the president is unable to implement the laws of the United States. What I can tell you is that we have a well-functioning Portland Police Department. We have the County Sheriff's Department. We have our Oregon State Police, and we have a district attorney that are functional and working well in Oregon. And there is absolutely no need for the U.S. military to be used against its citizens and to occupy portions of our city.
You have filed a lawsuit suing the Trump administration to stop the deployment of troops, and it sounds like you're considering filing a second lawsuit tomorrow. Can you detail your case for us?
Yeah, very simply put, we wanted to be in the court systems in less than 24 hours once we received notice from the president that they indeed were federalizing the National Guard and deploying them into the city of Portland. And we did that in less than 6 hours. And that's the complaint that has been filed. From there, what will be filed either this evening or tomorrow morning, we're going to file a temporary restraining order. And that is effectively to get in front of a judge and have them rule to pause the actions of the president. And so those are the first steps that we'll be taking. It won't be a second lawsuit. It is going to be a motion that is going to be filed in the lawsuit that we already have pending.
If troops were to still enter your state and Portland, despite the legal action, what would be your next course of action?
Well, again, we're going to continue to hold the president accountable when he takes unlawful actions. And in this case, again, we as Americans do not accept the things that are going on in third world countries where the military is a common presence in our cities. Our United States military is not meant and is not trained to be used against its own citizens. If you want to improve public safety, we would ask the president to work with us, cooperate, work with us in how we would better achieve that. Send the appropriate resources.
Well, and let me ask about that. Let me ask about working together, because Oregon Governor Kotek mentioned her conversation with President Trump and Homeland Security Kristi Noem on the possibility of working with the Department of Defense. Are you willing to work with the Trump administration on an olive branch as it pertains to troops in your state? What would that look like?
Well, it's a very different premise. The premise here is we don't allow the United States military to be deployed against its U.S. citizens. We learned that in grade school. That is not acceptable in our country. It is a law that Congress passed. Now, if you want to send the appropriate public safety resources to help our communities, that's a real conversation. But the president is not interested in a real conversation. He'd rather make decisions based off of social media. The facts are there. He had a conversation with our governor. He just doesn't believe the facts are on the ground. In fact, your own videos that we're showing right here today should be wonderful for Americans to see. We live in a peaceful time. Now, if you are a protester and you violate our laws, you will be held accountable. We expect people to protest peacefully, and those are the laws that we'll enforce in our state. There's absolutely no need for military forces in an American city right now.
Antifa-linked protests have intensified around ICE facilities in recent months. What is your message to them?
Again, the same laws that apply to our president apply to me, apply to you, apply to Antifa protesters as well. It doesn't matter who you are. If you violate the laws in any state, you will be held accountable, and you should be held accountable. It is important that we preserve free speech. That's a hallmark of our democracy. However, you got to do it lawfully. And whether you're a Democrat or Republican, the laws apply equally to all of us.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.